Hello everyone and welcome back to my little at-home yoga practice streams. It's so nice to be back with you guys and going to practice today. So I've been quite busy with my online classes and my in-person classes these last times, which is why I haven't been here with you guys. But I'm really glad to be back at least this Saturday to bring you a little bit of free yoga. So today's class is called Twist. I just call it that simply because we're going to be manipulating the spinal column quite a bit. This because it's really healthy for an immune boost, because it helps us produce the white blood cells, which helps us fight off all the seasonal crap. And God forbid, if anyone also happens to experience COVID, then yes, we will need that as well. So I just wanted to do something that was related to the immune system, and at the same time just something that feels good in the body, to bring a little bit of light into the body, into the mind, because at least in the Northern Hemisphere, as I already mentioned, we just saw the autumn equinox happening this week. So it's going to get darker and darker, and it's easy to then just go into this kind of like dark place, and it's nice to have things like yoga to keep the spirits high. So welcome once again, everyone. We're going to be doing a Hatha Vinyasa class today. It's going to be a little bit of a mixture, like pretty much what I'm usually doing. So more static poses versus like small vinyasas here and there. And I just hope that you will enjoy this class together with me. So without further ado, we're going to start in mountain pose today. So you can start wherever you'd like on your mat. It can be, I'm starting at a random place because if I go to the middle, you can't see me as well. I can't actually go to the middle. I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna start in mountain pose. So right away, make a conscious choice if you want to keep your feet together here or if you want to keep them hip width apart. Just feel it out, like what feels good in your body today. And we're going to use just a few minutes here at the beginning just to start to tap into the present moment. Try to land here on the mat and get ready to let our body and mind do the talking instead of just letting the mind go crazy with other things. So we're going to start here in mountain pose. I invite you to close your eyes here, or maybe just find a soft gaze down towards the floor. Not focus on anything specific except for your breath. So we use these first minutes here in mountain pose to just try to feel it out. Use this time to notice how your body is feeling today. Notice if there's any areas that are a little sore, any areas that are a little bit stiff or that need a bit of extra love today. Just pay attention. Listen to your body. Notice where your thoughts are going. And when they seem to run away, try to reel it back in and keep focusing on your breath. So we're here in mountain pose. Make sure your knees are not completely tense here, that you keep them nice and soft, lifting up through the feet all the way up through the body, keeping the spine nice and straight. You can take a second to loop your shoulders forward, up, and then back to open your chests, the palms facing forward. Now, as most of you might have already experienced, in yoga we always talk about belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. So right away here, just try as much as you can. I know it's a bit complicated, but just try to move your breath down into your belly region. So for every inhale, the belly grows, and on the exhale, it falls. For those of you familiar with Ujjayi breathing, also known as ocean breath, Feel free to start using it now. You can tap into it during the class as well to keep your focus on your breath, on your body. For your next inhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart space. And exhale to gently bring your chin to your chest, dropping your forehead and head down towards your palms. You find a nice little bow here at the beginning of our practice. I want you to make a dedication here. We do yoga and meditation for ourselves first and foremost, but we have never to forget that we're always part of something bigger. So I'd like you to take this moment to dedicate your practice, the positivity, the light that you're about to cultivate with me here today, to someone or something out there. God knows we could need a bit of extra light in these times, so just connect with something that resonates with you today. Inhale, slowly bring your chin back up, parallel with the ground. Release the arms down. Eyes are still closed here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through the mouth. In through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Shoulders dropping down. One more time. In through the nose. And let it go through the mouth. Very good, everyone. Open your eyes. Hello, welcome back. We inhale to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, reach it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rain it down. Maybe wiggle the fingertips as you go. Reach it up on an inhale. On your exhale, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Think up, and then on your exhale, over towards the left. Now you don't have to come very deep into the side body stretch. You can stay here. Just feel it out in your body. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, up, and then over towards the right. Other side. Inhale, come back up to center here. Exhale, rain the fingertips down one more time. We're going to do a standing cat-cow variation now. Just because, like I said, today is all about manipulating the spine. Yoga in general is about manipulating the spine, but today we're like really focusing on twisting and turning it, like flexing and everything. So we're going to start with a standing cat-cow. Bring your palms together. Intertwine your fingers and inhale, push them out and then up towards the ceiling. We open the chest here. You can look up if your neck allows it. And on the exhale, you're going to pull your navel in towards your spine. You're going to start rounding through, bending through the knees here. Look down. Inhale, push up through your arms here. Open the chest, maybe find a little back bend. And on the exhale, once again, rounding through the spine here. Navel in towards the spinal column. Breathe in, arms up, open the chest. Exhale, we round through. One last time, inhale, arms up, opening the chest. And exhale, we round through. Great. Inhale, send your arms up towards the ceiling once again. And exhale, rain it down. Bring your palms behind your back here. So either you can bring them totally intertwined, or if your shoulders are a little bit tight, you can also bring them into this kind of like square shape. If they're really tight, you can also just make fists and hold your arms back. Just make sure not to like tighten your knees here. We're just simply gonna open the chest, pulling your knuckles, hands away from your shoulders, opening the chest, looking forward. Depending on how your shoulders, how your body feels, you can also deepen the stretch by pulling your arms further away from your body. Don't overdo it though. We're just like in the beginning of the warm up here. So just feel it out. And we breathe. Very good. Inhale, open your chest, maybe look up towards the sky. And exhale, release. You're going to drop your left ear to your left shoulder here. And a nice stretch throughout the neck. If you need a little bit more, you can send your right arm out and flick your right fingertips up towards your face here. Finding a nice deep stretch from the back of your ear all the way down through that right arm. So if you want to deepen it even further, you can bring your left arm up and resting gently on that right ear. Once again, go inward here. Close your eyes, feel it out. Very good. Release both arms here. And you're going to drop your chin to your chest, rolling all the way through center. Coming to the other side with the right ear over the right shoulder. So once again, we have the option to stay here, just like chillaxing here. Or you can send your left arm out, flicking those left fingertips up towards your face. Enjoy this long stretch. So once again, inviting you to close your eyes here. Focus on the breath. Feeling it out. You can bring that right arm up to rest gently on the left ear if you want. Inhale, release both arms down. And on your exhale, drop chin to chest. You're going to stay here. So you want to make sure that your spine is still straight, but that you're just like finding a nice stretch at the back of your neck. For me, I really like to find a bit of movement here. You can slowly but surely start to make like little U shapes with your nose, if that feels right to you. Everything that I'm saying today is but a suggestion. You have to feel it out in your own body, with your own limits and abilities. So we're going to take our little U's and we're going to turn them into full circles here. Just take it slow. Be mindful when working with the spine, always. Don't push it too far. We're drawing circles with the nose. And reversing the circle if you didn't already. Should feel really good after a week of working. A lot of us sitting by our computers, like with this weird kind of like hunchback thing going on. So it's always nice. I like to stretch out the neck and shoulder area before starting the yoga practice. So very good, guys. Okay, we're going to move into sun salutations to continue our warm-up. So it's going to be my own variation of sun salutation A, like always. So we're going to start at the top of our mats. Or if you don't have a mat, just like a little, ahead of what you were before. Same thing, we find mountain pose once again, making sure that all four corners of each foot is connected to the ground nice. You can lift your toes to make sure that you have this nice, stable grounding happening. And right away, drawing energy up from the feet, lifting up through the front body and grounding down through the back body. Find mountain pose. We're going to take these rounds of sun salutations slow. It's going to be like a slow flow. So really take this chance to slow down your breath and notice all the little movements that's happening in the body. So here we go. We breathe in, reach up towards the ceiling. Open the chest here or find a back bend if it's available to you. On your exhale, bring your palms together. We're keeping the spine straight. Bend through the knees if necessary. Come all the way down to the ground to a forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, lifting up parallel to the ground here, straightening the spine. And breathe out, we roll down. Breathe in, take a nice big step back with the right toes, coming into a low lunge here. Look forward. Retain the breath, plant your palms, and take a step back to plank pose. On your exhale, you're going to shift your weight forward, and you're going to lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, roll up, cobra. Look forward. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, curl your toes under, push back up to plank pose. And on your exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lifting those left toes up towards the ceiling, stretching out. Exhale, left knee in towards your chest, and then step it up between your hands. Inhale, look forward, open the chest. Exhale, bend in the right knee and take a step up towards forward fold. Inhale, we lift up halfway once again, straightening the spine and neck. Exhale, roll it up. Inhale, we reach all the way back up to standing, opening the chest, finding a back bend. And exhale, palms come together and all the way down to the ground, once again, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening the spine. And exhale, roll it down. Inhale, take a step back with the left toe this time. Low lunge, look forward. Retain your breath, plant your palms, take a step back to plank pose. Exhale, shift forward and lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, roll up cobra. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, push back up to plank. On your exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right toes go up towards the ceiling, stretching it out. Exhale, right knee to chest, and then step it up between your hands. Inhale, look forward, open the chest, low lunge. Exhale, bend to the left knee and take a step up to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, we lift up halfway, lengthening the spine. And exhale, roll it down. Inhale, once again, reaching up towards the ceiling here, opening the chest or the back. And exhale, hands to heart, all the way down. Take a deep breath into the nose here. Let it out to the mouth. Deep breath into the nose. Let it out to the mouth. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Here we go. Round two. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, opening the chest or finding a back bend. Exhale, palms together. We flow it all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts, lengthening through the spine, finding space. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, take a step back with the right toes, come into low lunge here. Look forward. Retain the breath as you plant your palms, take a step back to plank or half plank with knees down. And on your exhale, you shift forward and lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, roll up. baby cobra or cobra. And exhale, roll down. Inhale, push back up to plank pose or half plank. And on the exhale, turn your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes go up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left knee into chest. And then step it up between your hands. Inhale, look forward, low lunge. Exhale, bend to the right knee. Take a step up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling here. Opening the chest or finding a back bend. Exhale, palms together, keeping the back straight all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, roll down. Inhale, left toes go back this time. Come into low lunge, look forward. Hold your breath, plant your palms, step it back to plank or half plank. On your exhale, you shift forward and lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, roll up, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right toes go up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right knee into chest. And we slip it up between our hands. Inhale, look forward, low lunge. Exhale, bend to the left knee and step it up to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway once again. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, opening the chest or the back. Exhale, palms together and down to the heart once more. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. And let it go, my friends. Very good, everyone. You want to take a drink of water or something? Now is a good moment for that. Sun salutations are always a fun little warm-up. And for those of you who have been practicing this before, if you feel bored in sun salutations, you can always go deeper into the flow and really try to make it really smooth and nice. So for me, at least, I never find it boring because there's always something to pay attention to. So we're back in mountain pose. We're going to move into the main portion of our practice today. Mountain, once again, be mindful of where you placed your feet. Feel the energy coming up from the ground. You can think that you're actually tilting your pelvis a little bit up, so that your hips are kind of shining a little bit up towards the ceiling, so you're not like, your pelvis is not extended in this way, that you get your tailbone down under you, pointing down towards the ground. The floor, rather. Inhale, reach it up towards the ceiling here. Find a volcano pose. Now, on your next exhale, you're slowly going to start to bend through your knees. You're going to shift your weight into your heels here. You're going to try to sit down as if you were getting onto a chair. And you guessed it, we found chair pose. Yay, everyone's favorite. So we're going to do a little chair pose with twist here. So in chair pose, because all the leg muscles are working really hard, it's important for you to connect your breath. If the arms are making it even harder, you can always keep them down in front of your heart, just to take a little edge off. Otherwise, we extend them up towards the ceiling and look up. Lean back here. So right now I wasn't being aware of my tailbone and I think it's been flexing out. You want to think that you want to push it, send it down towards the floor. Once again, just like a mountain. And we're here. Inhale, reach your arms up and out. On your exhale, you bring your palms together and down in front of your heart and gently start twisting it towards the left. So you can stay here if this is already much too much, or you can hook your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. So right here, we're rotating our heart up towards the ceiling. Feeling the burn in the legs. Breathing through it. Really good. Inhale, come back to center here and reach up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, let your arms drop down. Very good, everyone. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. And you guessed it, exhale, start sitting down again. Come back to chair pose. So once again, leaning into your heels, lean back, make sure that you're not leaning forward. Tailbone pointing down towards the ground, tucking the pelvis under. You don't have to sink so deep either. You can also be a bit further up if it's much too much for you. So very good, everyone. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. We're going to twist toward the right this time. So same thing, you can stay here, or you can hook your left elbow onto the outside of the right knee. Working to rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. And breathe deep, my friends. You're going to need the breath there. Inhale, come back to center. And on your exhale, hallelujah, straighten out those legs. Come back down to forward fold. We're going to lift off halfway on your next inhale. Finding some length in the spine. Shoulders pull away from the ears. And on your exhale, you're going to roll down. We're going to do a little vinyasa here. So inhale, take a step or hop back to plank pose. On your exhale, you're going to shift forward and lower all the way down. Inhale, roll up, cobra. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, push yourself back up to plank pose. And on the exhale, the hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Very, very good. Now, if you happen to have issues with your wrists here, don't worry, we're not going to stay in down dog forever. We're going to get off the wrist really soon. So inhale, you're going to send your left toes up towards the ceiling. Now bend through that left knee and think about taking those left toes a bit over towards the right. So we're opening up through that left hip. Very good. Inhale, bring the left toes up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, come forward into plank pose, bringing the left knee up into your chest and taking a step up into low lunge, coming off of the wrists. So in low lunge, you want to look forward here. So your fingertips can be hovering over. You can even bring your hands together and make a little hammock here to find stability in a high lunge. Or you can join me low to the ground in low lunge. Opening the chest. The legs are working hard here. Left knee over left ankle. Opening forward. Inhale, plant your right fingertips next to your left foot and send the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. So we're finding a gentle twist here. Breathing deep. Inhale, reach further up towards the sky. And on your exhale, send your fingertips back towards that right heel. before you swim them all the way up and back into your low lunge. Drop the right knee down. So you can leave your toes tucked or untucked, depending on what kind of balance you feel like you're in today. And on your next inhale, you're slowly but surely going to rise up. Upper body comes back up. And arms come up overhead. And on your exhale, sink into a crescent lunge. So same thing here. We want to think left knee over left ankle. You don't want to have your left ankle behind the left knee because that's really, you're asking for injuries if that happens. So just be mindful here. Rather have the ankle in front of the knee, preferably just keeping the bones stacked. So we're here. We're not collapsing into the right hip. We're still lifting up here from the ground. Both legs are still working. Inhale, reach further up, maybe look up, slight back bend here. On your exhale, you're going to open up toward the right. Once again, twisting. You can also be here. This is too much already. Very good, everyone. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Look up, challenge your balance. Then on the exhale, palms come together and all the way down to the ground. Low lunge. Look forward, inhale. And exhale, start pulling that left hip crease back. We're coming into a runner stretch here. So in the runner stretch, you can keep a nice bend in that left knee if your hammies are a little bit tight here. Otherwise, you can try to work on lengthening the leg, lengthening the muscles. So your hands are either next to the knee on either side or next to the foot for a deeper stretch. We inhale, look forward, straight into the spine, and exhale, fold down on or towards the left knee. And breathe deep, my friends. Use this time to go inward. Notice what your mind is doing. Notice your thoughts. Listen to your breath. Inhale, you're going to lift yourself up again. Roll to the front foot and walk on your hair if you have long hair like me. Lifting the right leg. Looking forward, coming into lunge. We're going to do another little vinyasa. So inhale, step your left toes back into plank pose. Exhale, you're going to shift yourself forward and lower yourself down. Inhale, roll up cobra, lifting up to the spine. And exhale, roll it down. Inhale, flexing the toes, pushing back up to plank. And on your exhale, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Very good, everyone. So in down dog here, you can maybe take your dog for a little walk and just like pedal out to the feet, shifting weight from one to the other, stretching from one to the other. It's not important if your heels touch the ground here in down dog. That's more of an ego thing. The main point here is to have an experience in your body and find something that feels really good and nice in your body. Maybe it's like moving the hips from side to side, or walking over with the feet. Just listen. On your next inhale, you're going to start crisscrossing your feet. So going over from left to right, walking up towards your hands. And we're all going to meet in a forward fold. And forward fold. Take 2 seconds here in forward fold to maybe like clasp opposite elbows. Finding a nice bend in those knees to take the weight off of the lumbar spine, the lower spine, lower back. Maybe draw some circles with the neck here.
swaying gently from side to side. Release your arms. Inhale, lift up halfway once again.
Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And on your exhale, roll it down.
Bend your knees generously here. And we inhale to start rising up back to standing position. Take your time, slow this down. Feel it out. Notice how your
legs are working hard here. Come back up to mountain pose. Close your eyes here now. Notice how your body is feeling. Listen to your breath. Take a deep breath into the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Into the nose. And let it go through the mouth. One last time. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. In yoga, we always talk about breathing through the nose, actually. We don't use the breathing through the mouth very much, but I'm using this here today as an emotional release in hopes that it will get rid of any blocked energy, any darkness that just happens to be stuck with you at the moment. On your next inhale, you can open your eyes again. Send your fingertips up towards the ceiling, finding volcano pose. And I bet you're all thinking, what is coming next now? You probably guessed it. Yes. We're inhaling, reaching up towards the sky. Maybe look up, and on the exhale, bending the knees, sinking down back into chair pose. So in chair pose, it's kind of like up to you if you want to have your feet like hip width apart, or if you prefer to have your feet completely together and like zip up through your legs. And right now I have my feet hip width apart because that's what I chose for mountain pose. Once again, arms can be down by your heart to just let your legs work, or send them up towards the ceiling and look up. Careful with the tailbone, make sure that it's pointing down towards the floor. Breathe deep. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling one more time. Exhale, bring palms together and down in front of your heart. And slowly but surely, we're going to twist towards the right this time. So you can stay here, not twisting too far, or you can hook your left elbow onto the outside of your right knee and work on rotating your torso, your heart, up towards the ceiling. And we welcome the heat that's created here. If you feel shaking, this does not mean that you're weak. It just means that your muscles are working. Your body is working. So inhale, come back up to center. And on the exhale, you're going to start reaching up towards the ceiling. And then drop your arms down. Yay, stretching out. Here we go again. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Opening the chest. And on the exhale, we're going to sink back down. Down into chair pose we go. So breathe deep here, my friends. This is when the breath control helps us to stay in a pose that can be challenging. Maybe it's not challenging for you. Chair pose is definitely challenging for me. So I'm trying to breathe deep into my belly to gain control. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling again. Exhale, palms come together down in front of the heart, and we twist towards the left. Hooking that right elbow onto the outside of the left knee. I can feel the burn. Keep breathing. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, straighten through the legs, forward fold. Hallelujah. I cannot be the only one to think that. So in forward fold, you can do the same that I'm doing now, actually stretching through the legs by stepping back and forth, just like in down dog. Or you can even shake your legs a little bit, keeping the knees bent. Inhale, we're going to lift up halfway. Once again, halfway lift. And exhale, we're going to flow through a little vinyasa. Inhale, take a step back to plank pose. Exhale, shift your weight forward and lower yourself down to the ground. Inhale, roll up, cobra. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, come back up to plank pose. And on the exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Once again, we're not going to stay in down dog super long here. So make the most of it. Stretching through the torso. Pulling your shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, send the right toes up towards the ceiling. Bend through that right knee and move the right toes over towards the left. So we're opening to the right hip, finding a nice stretch there. Inhale, right toes up towards the ceiling again. And exhale, right knee in towards the chest. And we step it up between our palms. Low lunge. Low lunge once again. Right knee over right ankle. Fingertips can be on the ground, hovering over, or you can cradle yourself, your weight in high lunge by leaning on that right knee. So find the position that works for you. You can also drop your knee down if this is like, wait a minute, this is too much for me today. You can also have your knee down, no problem. Inhale, place your left fingertips next to your right foot and send the right ones up towards the ceiling. Finding a nice twist here in the spine. Low lunge with a twist. Breathing deep. Inhale, reach a little bit further, rotate up towards the ceiling, and on your exhale, send those right fingertips back towards the left ankle and all the way through until you come back to your low lunge once again. Drop the left knee down. Keep your left toes tucked under, or you can release them. And on your next inhale, slowly but surely power up, lift yourself up. You're coming into a crescent lunge. Hands can come up overhead here. And we breathe. Make sure once again, right knee over right ankle. We're not collapsing into our left hip here like this. We're still lifting up from the floor. Both legs pushing away from the yoga mat. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Maybe look up to challenge your balance. And on the exhale, we open up towards the left. So once again, you can be here, no problem whatsoever. We still have a little twist in our spine. You can be here. Be careful with this knee here that doesn't like go in or out. Stays in line with the other leg. Now we're here breathing. Inhale, send the fingertips back up towards the ceiling. Coming back to center, maybe finding a back bend. And exhale, palms come together and all the way down to your mat. Inhale, look forward, open your chest. Exhale, pull that right hip crease back. Coming into a runner stretch on the other side. So keep a deep bend in that right leg if necessary. Flexing the right toes. I'm moving my hair so you can see. Or you can work to straighten through the leg if that works for you. Hands be placed next to your knees or on the other side of your foot. And we inhale, find a nice straightening through the back. And exhale, forward fold towards the knee.
Breathe deep into the belly here. Go inward. Use this more introvert pose to just notice and being aware of what's happening in body and mind. Inhale, lift yourself back up, roll through your front foot, come back into low lunge. We're going to lift that left knee and we're going to do another little vinyasa. So on your next inhale, plant your palms, take a step back to plank pose. On your exhale, shift forward and lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, roll up, cobra. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, push yourself back up to plank pose. And on the exhale, downward facing dog. Oh yes. So this is our last down dog of the day. So for those of you who are like, Jesus Christ, give me a break, lady, you can find child's pose, drop your knees down, come into child's pose. Otherwise, we're going to hang out in down dog for just a few more seconds and then rejoin our friends, or join our friends rather, in child's pose. So in down dog, just pedal your feet back and forth, stretching through one leg and the other. You can even, like TikTok, your hips a little bit, move them from side to side. Just find some movement if it feels right to you. On your next inhale, you're going to shift your weight forward, so the full body is in plank pose now. And on your exhale, you're going to drop your knees down, either together, or you can bring your big toes to touch and open your knees a bit wider than hip width apart. Inhale, look forward, opening the chest. And exhale, you're going to send your hips back on towards your ankles and come into child's pose. So if child's pose is not a good comfortable pose in your body, you can also find a seated pose. Like hero pose, you can sit in Sukhasana, a cross-legged position. Just chillax for a few breaths there. Taking stock of what's happening in the body. Sending some loving breaths throughout the whole system. So if you're in child's pose or extended child's pose like me, make sure that you're sending breath all the way down to the bottom of your spine. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And let it go through the nose as well. Deep inhale through the nose. And let it go through the nose. One last time, all together. Inhale. And exhale through the nose.
On your next inhale, carefully lift your head up. Look forward, and on your exhale, push into your elbows, your knees, and make your way to all fours. And you're gently going to swing your legs to one side here. Come onto your sweet little bum. And we're going to start here just by having the knees bent, finding a nice, straight spine here. Lifting up from the ground once again. You're going to extend your right leg out. You're going to bring your left knee in. Hook the right elbow onto that left knee. You're going to send your left fingertips behind you, and you're going to inhale. On exhale, you're going to gently twist towards the left. For every inhale, think that you're lengthening, picking yourself up from the ground, and on the exhale, journeying into the twist. That doesn't necessarily mean that you actually need to crank yourself further and further into the twist. It just means there's an intention that you're setting. Very good, everyone. On your next exhale, you're going to slowly come back to center. The neck is going to be the last thing that joins the ball. So you're going to keep your neck moving very slow. The last thing that looks forward comes back to center. You're going to let that left knee drop down towards the ground. My knee doesn't even come close to touching it. So if yours doesn't either, hello, welcome in the club. Find a nice straight spine. Here again. You can inhale, send your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Keep a bend in that right knee if necessary. Lift up, and on the exhale, you're going to drape yourself over that right knee. Now, it doesn't even have to come close. You can also be up here, just working to keep a nice straight lower back here, and just letting your head drop over. Flex through the right feet. Feel it out. You're also not necessarily needing to stay in one position. You can also explore in your own body if you want to stay a little bit in one, then maybe bend the knee and straighten the knee or so forth. Please take it. And we're breathing deep here once again. Be careful with the shoulders, that they stay away from the ears. And inhale, look forward, lift your head up, and straighten to the spine here. And on the exhale, think cat-cow. You're going to round the spine. And then slowly lift yourself all the way back up to seated position. Let your left leg extend out now. We find Dandasana in between. So inhale to lift energy up from your sit bones, opening through your chest here. My arms are actually not long enough for my palms to touch the ground, but you can use your fingertips or your palms, or you can even have blocks under your hands or books if you have that. We're opening the chest. Inhale, bring your right knee up and in this time. Hook your left elbow on to the right knee, right fingertips behind. Exhale here. Then inhale, straighten through the spine, and on your exhale, twist towards the left, right, the other right. For every inhale, you lengthen through the spine. For every exhale, you journey further into your twist. Just be mindful when you're working with the spine here, not to overextend it, not to over twist it. Just be gentle. And on your next exhale, you can gently start to release once again, thinking that the neck is the last thing to come back to center. So we're starting with straightening the lumbar spine, the lower back, then the spinal column as we go, and then the cervical spine is the last thing to straighten out. So we're here. We're letting the right knee drop down, once again, opening through the right hip. We inhale, send our fingertips up towards the ceiling. Keep a bend on the left leg, and on the exhale, think that you lift up, and then bend over that left leg. So head to knee pose. You should also, I think it should be called head towards knee, because not everyone can do head to knee, which is totally fine, not a problem. Like I said, you can be here and just working on trying to straighten through that lumbar spine, the lower back, pulling the shoulders away from your ears. Or you can work on folding forward onto that left leg. Breathe deep here. Making sure that you're pulling the shoulders away from your ears. Very good, everyone. Inhale, lift your head, look forward, maybe straighten through the spine. And on the exhale, once again, rounding through, thinking cat pose before we lift ourselves all the way back up. Very good, everyone. So I'm going to move to the center of my mat here. I'm going to bring that left ankle in towards my body, right leg out. So here comes the charm of being in your own house. There's nobody to impress here. No need to let the ego take overhand. Meaning you don't have to open this leg out towards the side completely. If it does not feel good in your body, you can keep it at a nice angle. Keep it chill, keep it nice. Just working to get that left ankle in towards the groin, left knee dropping down towards the floor. So we're inhaling here, lifting up to the spine. Hands join the party, we reach up and over. And then you're going to rotate yourself towards your right leg. And then on your exhale, think up. And then you're going to fold over. Once again, it can be towards the right knee. It doesn't have to be anywhere close. Just feel it out in your body. Then inhale, you're going to straighten to the spine, come back up. And exhale, you're going to find a side body stretch towards the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, we fold towards the right. One more time. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, side body stretch to the left. Really good, everyone. Inhale, come back up to center. And on the exhale, you can release the left leg out. And you can pull your right ankle in towards your groin. Once again, give yourself space here. You don't have to have your leg out to the side. Like if you want, that's totally cool too. But you can also have it a little bit less wide today. Just to give yourself a nice experience, a nice space. So inhale straight into the spine here. When you feel good, reach your arms up overhead. And on the exhale, you're going to twist your torso towards the left leg and think up and then over as you fold over that left leg. Inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, find a side body stretch towards the right this time. Stretching it out. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, think up and over, coming into a stretch towards the left leg again. Inhale, back up to center. Last time, over to the right side, body stretch. And inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, release both legs out. You can now turn on your mat if you were placed the same way as me. Come back to Dandasana. We find a nice long legs, nice long spine, opening through the chest. Shoulders can roll up and then back. You're going to find a steeple grip. Oh, I found the name of this mudra a few days ago. I think it was Kali, if I'm not wrong, Kali mudra. And we're going to slowly but surely start to lower down here. So take your time, feel it out in your body. Feel how the stomach muscles turn on. Notice the shake. Welcome the shake. Try to remain in control for as long as it lasts. And run into your cupboard door. So once you come all the way down to the ground, take a big stretch here. Let's inhale, send your arms up overhead. Stretch it out. Think mountain pose, volcano pose rather. Just laying down. Take up space. Maybe a little yawn. Feels good. Inhale. Bring your knees up to your chest. This is where the cheesiness comes in, like give yourself a big hug kind of thing. But hey, that's kind of true, isn't it? Like self-love is one of the hardest things to master in this life. So why can't it start with this little hug today? And just find a little gentle rock from side to side, if that feels good in your body. If not, you can find stillness and just enjoy the relaxing pose after the work that you did so far today. And I invite all of you to find stillness in this little hug. So we bring our chin toward our chest here to help lengthen through the neck. The whole spine is working to relax down into your yoga mat. On your next inhale, release your arms out, and you're going to slowly let your knees fall towards the left on your exhale. If you are a little tight in your back, you can also put a block or a pillow or some books under your knees here, not to go too deeply into the twist. Otherwise, I invite you to let your left knee and right knee on top of each other rest towards the left and send your gaze towards the right. Once again, use this pose to just really let yourself go. Just relax. Listen to the sound of your breath. Just enjoy taking this moment for yourself. Just hanging out with yourself just a while longer. On your next inhale, bring your head back to center. And on the exhale, activate your core muscles and bring your knees back into your chest. Time for one other hug here. Once again, knees are in towards the chest and we find a little gentle rock, perhaps, stretching through the back of the neck. I invite all of you to find stillness here. Once again, bringing the chest in towards the chin. The chest in towards the chin. Oh, getting zoned out. The chin in towards the chest. Lengthening through the neck. On your next inhale, release your arms out, either straight out or bend through the elbow like I have to do because of lack of space. And on your exhale, you let your knees stack on top of each other, fall to the right. You can put books, block, a pillow under your knees to put some weight off of the lower back here. Otherwise, just revel in this twist, sending your gaze towards the left. And remember to breathe into the belly here. Feel your breath move you. On your next inhale, bring your head back to center, look straight up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, activate your core and bring your knees in towards your chest. Last hug of the day, I promise. Go, give yourself a little rock and back and forth there. Rocking, massaging through the spine. Very good, everyone. And on your next inhale, you're going to drop your feet down to the ground. Your knees are going to fall in towards each other. Just take one inhale and exhale here and let everything just rest into the ground. And then slowly but surely, you're going to start moving your knees from one side to the other. So back and forth. You can think of like a windshield wiper on a car, but just really slow down this movement. So we're massaging the back end, we're massaging those hip joints, we're massaging the lower spine in the most gentle manner. Arms can stay down by your sides, or you can rest them on the lower ribs. And just really take a moment to slow things down here. Notice the articulation in your hip joints, but also notice any emotions that may arise when we work on these hip joints. There's often a lot of stagnant energy collected around this chakra, if you believe in that sort of thing. So don't feel weirded out if things come up, because it can happen. Otherwise, just enjoy this massage in the body. It should be nice and calming at the end of our practice here. Slowly but surely, you're going to start moving your feet down towards the end of your mat. So still moving your knees back and forth. Take it slow. And we're moving closer and closer to our final pose today until we come all the way with legs stretched out into Shavasana. So one little pose I actually would like to do here before we go into Shavasana, my bad. We're going to do fish pose. So bring your legs, you're going to point for your toes. These are pointing straight down from your hips. You're going to place your arms literally under your buttocks here. So your hands are going to be under your back end. Shoulder blades are going to be under your chest. Keep your chin towards your chest here to protect the neck. We're basically going to use the power of our forearms. You're going to push into your elbow and your arms to lift yourself up on an inhale. And then you're going to bring the top of your head down to the ground to rest gently. Now there's no actual pressure in the top of my head here. All the pressure is in my elbows and my arms. So we're opening through the throat, we're opening through the chest. The toes are pointing out, legs are active. And breathe deep here in fish pose. On your next exhale, really push into your elbows and release your head back down. Be careful with the neck when you do that. Really make sure to take it slow and to push into your arms, not to cause any strain on your neck. Now, my dear friends, you can relax everything into your yoga mat. Release everything, just let it go. Feel how the ground, your yoga mat, is supporting you. Feel safely cradled here. So enjoy the silence, the calm of these last minutes we have together. Close your eyes. I know that for many people, Shavasana is one of the most challenging yoga poses. That's simply because we're never really sitting still. In today's world, we have so many distractions, so many things to entertain us all the time. But just being completely still with yourself, with your body, your breath, your thoughts, can prove a very challenging task. So be kind to yourself here. If your mind happens to wander, just try to bring it back onto the breath, paying attention to your inhale and your exhale. For the last time today, I kindly beg you, I kindly ask you to just notice what your body feels like. Notice the difference between when we first started and now, in both your body, your breath, and maybe even the mind. Maybe there isn't much of a difference after all, but my whole point is just to remind you to be aware. I know I keep repeating myself here, but it's very often easy to lose focus on what's important. And in yoga, the most important thing is to listen to ourselves. At least that's my humble opinion. Let's all take a deep breath in together. Let it go through our mouth once more. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Last time for today. Inhale all together. And exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, gently begin to wiggle your fingertips. Moving your hands maybe from side to side. You're going to gently lift your palms up, bring them together. And we're going to place them on our third eye. So this is a point right between our eyebrows and our forehead. At the beginning of the practice, I asked you to dedicate all the positivity and light and good energy you just cultivated during this lesson to someone or something out there. Once again, we take this moment to reconnect with our dedication. Send a bit of extra love someone's way. Like we already said, we can all use that these days. Last but not least, I invite you to tap into some gratitude here. Be grateful for this time that you just took with yourself, just to be with yourself, treat your body, and calm the mind. Be grateful for your body. No matter its limitations, it is perfect because it allows you to live life, it allows you to experience, it allows you to learn. Be grateful for everything in your life. All the experiences that you have had, all the knowledge you've been able to obtain. And last but not least, show some gratitude for all the people that have accompanied you on your journey so far. I'm always repeating myself, but I feel like this just can't be repeated enough. We are nothing without the people that we share our lives with. Slowly but surely, let your palms glide all the way down to your heart space. The highest and deepest in me acknowledges the highest and deepest in all of you guys. And I humbly, very humbly, say to you, Namaste. You can release your palms down to the ground and slowly, very slow, make your way into a fetal position. So either side, whatever side you would like. And then very gently, you can use your hands to push yourself back up to a seated position. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me here today. It was a pleasure to practice with you again. I truly hope that this little class could bring some positive light, some energy, but also some relaxed calmness into your body, but also your mind. And so remember to take good care of yourselves in these times. Like, it's really important these days to take care of yourself, of course, also others. And I firmly believe that yoga is a good way to do so. So thank you once again for joining me. It has been a really great pleasure. I wish you all the best for the rest of your weekend. Please take care, and I hope to see you again on the mat sometime soon. Goodbye.